Hi there, and welcome to the second part of this video, which is introducing arrays. And in the first part of the video we had a look at, if you like, the concept of arrays, and we had a look at a little pillbox and the different compartments of it, and we assigned some values to the different parts of the array, or to the different elements of the array. So how does that actually look in our youSRC code? Well, what I've got here is an app that effectively reflects what was going on in that video. And the first part of this is that we declare an array. We do it just like any other variable, okay? So it's test scores, okay? And in square brackets, we place the size of the array. So this array has 4 elements, just like the one we saw in the video. I've also declared a loop counter variable, which I'm going to use down here in my for loop. Okay, now to assign the values to the different elements in the array, I just use let and then the name of the array, and then in square brackets I use the index of the elements that I want to place the value into. So in this case, let test scores 1, okay, in square brackets equals 47. And then we've done the other 3 here for the other 3, and then we've got for loop counter is 1 to 4. Okay, we're going to do GFX right line test scores, and then in square brackets we're going to place loop counter as a variable. That allows us to loop through, so that the first time we go through the loop counter is 1, so we're going to look at test scores 1, which will be 47. Next time around the loop counter will then be 2, so we're then looking at test scores 2, okay, which is 37, etc. And it's placing these on their own line. So let's actually have a look at that in action. Okay, so we can see that that's happened there. Let's just go through it with the debugger. So we run the line, we can see we're placing the different values into the array here. Okay, and what we can do with this is, if we go to start watching the variables, we can see here the local variables, we can see the values inside of the array as it stands, and loop counter has been set to 1. So if we run the next line here, we can see that's 47. Okay, loop counter is still 1. Run it again. Loop counter's now gone up to 2. All of these values are the same. So run this. We can see that's now placed the second one on there because loop counter was 2, and so on and so forth. When loop counter is equal to 5, it says it's between 1 and 4, so it comes out of there, and then we finish the function. That's how that's worked. So that's the second part of the video on what is an array. Hopefully that's shown you what the code looks like for the example that was done physically with the pillbox. Okay, and we can see how easily we can loop through an array, okay, using a for loop and a simple loop counter to actually process the values in the array.